platform. Earlier it was analog, digital, analog, and probably converting things from one level to the other level and merging them to a common platform was a challenge. Now it has become such an easy kind of a task wherein automatically the IT industry gets converged into the AV Pro AV platform. And people, specifically those who are into IT solutions business or into IT services business, are surely getting a large opportunity out there. Because what they are doing and what they would be doing with an AV extension is basically one and the same. Probably they are adding up the equipments which are basically needed by their own customers in other segments of AV rather than IT. So that's one part of it. It is and this scenario is already in place by the introduction of the new platform, the other part of the answer which I'm talking about is the new technology, new converged and merged platforms on a common scenario or a common platform. There are so many new things. The scenario which you explained with the headsets and everything from a table vanishing off and bridging out to your one particular device, where you get IT, AV, and everything from a common platform or a common device. That would be the future. So I'm sure that those who really get in, this is the right time. That's what I personally feel. That those who would get into or jump into, providing Pro AV solutions as far as IT solution providers business, and keep introduce this particular segment as an addition to their IT solutions. Pro AV as an addition to their IT solutions business would be definitely be on a next level within a span of another 2 years. That's what I see the future as. Thank you.
Very nice. So Pro AV has a strong growth strategy for IT companies. One of the favorite.
You setting up the context, I really thoroughly, like the way the context was set for this panel discussion. And when you say, specifically market space, right for IT, I think I would like to more share my personal experience, because if you talk about the last 2.5 years, whatever system integration we have done, it's been an AV and IT convergence. And without either of that solution would not have been possible. We're talking about the educational space, we're talking about smart cities or anything, whatever you're talking about, anything smart. So the hospital sectors, we're talking about without AV and IT integration, this solution is not going to be possible, and we clearly see it is already set, and it's only for the partners to take advantage of this and be an early bird into it. That's my personal thoughts.
Very nice.
Since I started my IT division since 1980, and that time when we on the CPU, we can take a snapshot. You can sleep also for 5 minutes. It is taking a time for 5 minutes to start a PC. I give instance, we sold one server in Kusa in Bihar, and that server came in one truck, and it took 3 months to install that server in that organization by 2 engineers. Bigger than this, all the server were installed there. The tape drive is running. That side he goes and then he comes to this side engineers. It's a 3 months. The hard disk, which 1 MB hard disk, which was approximately 5 kilos, and one PC. You can't lift one PC by a single person. It required 2 laborers to handle one PC that time. It totally iron-made body and all these things. And no power that time. The PC, after that the PC ST came, it was 8088, started in 1980. Then PC ST came, then I3 came in 1988. I3 started in 1988. And that time the people were not buying with the configuration I had. They were just buying the colors, monitor, the mobile monitor or something. They were having the fine color monitor and there. One in 1990, you know, the costing was 1,50,000 rupees for one PC with 8-inch floppy drive. You must have seen the 5x4 floppy. But we were saying 8-inch floppy drive, large size. So you can understand what type of floppy drive was installed inside the computer. So everything was so big. Still I have some in Patna, 8-inch floppy drive I have kept also. So that was the technology. That was not very much TV also. At that time, only the PC is working. Nowadays, everything is coming in so small, so small, so small. Now the SSD has come and SSD is now also come. And just like a very small size also SSD has come. So now the technology is coming so fast and AV is coming so fast. And now today, I think this AV and IT is a brother and sister relation as on today. Because without that, nothing can work. And IT is one of the things has come now that no office, no government work, nothing can work without the IT. And the GST also is known due to the IT. That's why they have controlled the entire India GST systems also. So of course, after coming this AV system, and today you are saying, and AV is the one thing is not asking much money for your organization. Whatever you are using, whatever infrastructure you have, just you have to add 2-3 things and your entire office is going to be the virtual. And that we learn in the pandemic. And in pandemic we saw one thing firstly. As soon as the online classes started, India market was having a shortage of 2 things, that was the webcam and the earphone. These 2 EV things were the great shortage in India because an entire old system in India people wanted the old laptop which were not having the AV system. So this is crossing. Just now I came to know that government is thinking and they are launching 3 universities as the virtual universities in India. How? Because of AV and IT. That's why they are launching this university. Thank you, sir.
Very nice. And some anecdotes around some brewery stores which had a very strong IT sense to it.
Good afternoon, each and all of you. In this country, like mentions that AV is more about content, technology, and space. And during last 16 years time, last 10 years, this content area, technology, and space, this area is becoming demanding. So user wants something. So that's called experience. And so earlier, audio and visual experience was in the relevant silo. Maybe at individual level, maybe you want to listen to music or whatever you want to deliver a content. But last 7 to 8 years time, demand the need of user has changed. So it is driven by the technology and so where the IT is playing a bigger role. Is right or wrong is always talk in technology world always. It's a technology right or wrong or us getting into the business right or wrong. Because same situation there 15 years before people were saying that whether it should be part of telecom or not. 7 years before we were talking IT should surveillance should be part of IT or not. See, everything is driven by family. You have mentioned one slide, that's a OSM model. The crux was Ethernet. So what is taking this, everybody's looking as an IP. Everything running an IP. So there is already conversion happening. If you ask me personally, I don't know where we shall get into involved in the space right 5 years before. I'm attending from first InfoComm show, every InfoComm show attended. Same thing happened to the AV industry people like AVSI, get into the IT also. The people have known it's already things are happening and it will happen in such a faster way that nobody will come to know there is a differentiation between AV and IT, that's the person.
There are two things which are changing a lot and creating a lot of demand into IT hardware because of the convergence between AV. See, when we came to the Teams or we came to the Zoom, what is the demand? We need a better camera quality. We need a headphones with a noise cancellation. Customer wants a better experience every day. The monitors which we were selling just 3 years or 4 years back, today nobody is prepared to buy them, they are totally obsolete. Nobody buys 18 inches, 16, 20 inches, 16 today. In home, everybody wants to buy curved monitor now. Very good speaker quality, very good noise cancellation headphones. That this technology advancement in AV is basically creating a new demand into IT. And that is also creating a lot of convergence between them. So that's a very, very important factor, I think.
You're absolutely right.
The space which is just started, and as I said earlier, that there will be no boundary between AV and IT. The same thing happening with the demand of the user also in collaboration space. You never know from where it starts to get ends. So it's tightly integrated. It's collaboration space which is widely extended. So that's why you mentioned in your slide that the first indicator, you will ask that it is integrated with Zoom or not. So that's a collaboration big space. Another area is learning. So when I mentioned earlier, this content is going to play a big role. And so learning is an opportunity where it is going to be much bigger role, which is IT is going to be a catalyst for this. One is about service delivery. So service delivery may be being a citizen or maybe in customer service. So there, how you going to the experience? So there you have mentioned about different verticals, about governments. So these three I think is a very vast where so far we were only thinking in terms of standard requirement of the customers and pitching the solutions and products. Now we never know what kind of requirement even customer will come up and where the integration will happen. So these are areas which my personal views.
Very nice. Collab can play and their contribution towards improving and accelerating this outcome. Rastogi sir, start with you.
This is very impressive. FAIITA has played a huge role in two things which I see. One is imparting the trainings and one is recognizing the trainings through certifications. IT industry, I told you, is a huge industry and a huge infrastructure. We don't have too much of trained manpower in this segment, which will be the FAIITA and Expo can definitely work forward. Is it training programs, certification programs, and reaching out to entire SI partner community across India, training their staff so that the companies who are coming with the hardcore AI solutions, they can have the business partners for the execution across India. So that is going to become very, very important for the expansion of this business, because I don't think pure AV industry can alone take this challenge. The fast it is happening. I don't see, after listening to all the panelists and especially you, where AV ends and where IT starts. I don't think anybody can tell today. If you enter this hall, you had a thermometer installed. It was the IT, it was the security, it was medical device. Can anybody tell that? The cameras you are having installed in the hall without any wiring, without any networking on the physical form. Whether it's a CCTV industry, whether it's IT and the display systems connected to it, nobody can tell what it is exactly. It is a basically convergent solution which is coming in the control. So we don't have enough trained manpower across India which can take up these projects. With the smart cities project going up, again the shortage of manpower is there, and even if the manpower is available, their certification, the quality of the training, I think there is a lot of scope. So FAIITA can definitely work with the FAIITA on that part. We can have a program running simultaneously where our members can join those programs and we can have certification also. And especially when the government of India is working towards the Indian certifications, I think FAIITA can play a big role in it. in a lot of spaces here. Thank you.
You're right. You're right. One of the things that ProAV has not been thought upon is standardization. There have been a lot of efforts around how we can standardize approach towards AV, whether it's designing, implementation. That gives a sense of certainty around outcomes, consistency of outcomes. And IT will really come in handy there. Pandya sir, I'll come back to you on the same question. AVIXA and FAIITA, how can you kind of enable better outreach for IT companies to look at ProAV fields?
Sure. My suggestion is actually within you and AVIXA, you in the sense that AVIXA and FAIITA should form a panel, who would look into developing a gamut of solutions which can be an immediate pitching kind of a thing for FAIITA T3 partners. This would probably, introduce a new interest, an immediate interest for the businessmen, those who are into T3 category of the IT industry. And the gamut of solutions should be evolving around the SMB offerings, not to the enterprise level. SMB offering like a video conferencing solution for a small setup, probably for a small conference room or probably 8 people or something like that, those kind of solutions. So that would introduce an immediate connection of business entering from IT field to the AV field on immediate basis, and a tech day can be organized for introducing these kind of gamut of solutions to the IT fraternity, which would help merging them together faster and understand the things in a faster way. That's what my suggestion is.
Very nice. So kind of come up with a reckoner, right? Use the reckoner which can come in handy for SMB space. Very nice. Again, something I've mentioned earlier.
Sir, it can extend to
New technologies and a new opportunity among the FAIITA partners across India. So that department wing of FAIITA will be exclusively working for these opportunities, identification, collaboration and execution of the three. So this particular wing definitely will be working with you, will be very encouraged by the extra collaboration.
Yeah.
And also we are encouraging a lot of Indian manufacturing. So any of the partners in larger space or in enterprise space who want to work on the assembly lines, sub-assembly lines in Indian manufacturing, FAIITA can always assist them and provide a space and enterprise.
Awesome. Right. This is a question I ask most often when I meet my IT counterparts. If AV is going to be IT of today, say next 3 years' time, what's the approach for AV companies? Right? We want to benefit from your experience as part of your growth, right? And how can the AV companies benefit? Well, because we perceive AV will be IT of today, next 3 years' time. We'll start with Mr. Gupta.
In my state like Bihar, the AV we are seeing as a growing in education in very much. In last 2 years time we have seen a 15% growth in the education department, and in coming 3 years time what the government is planning, and they are now going to plan 11,000 smart classes in Bihar, their entire school. So that will be a big opportunity for Bihar in AD market as well as the IT both. And of course the IT market and this display, this TVs, commercial TVs and all these panels has taken a very large market size coming for that. Still Pro AV not much famous in our state right now. So education and government departments, we are going very high for this video conferencing rooms and everything. That is the market we have at present in the not more than that in our country. But yeah, and of course, the macro is having a very high market for that. And the time will come, the one day after 5-10 years, we will see the exhibition also. When anyone is sitting in a house, want to come to Bombay to see the exhibition. That time may become, and we are expecting the 25 to 30% growth in 5 years' time of the AV in national. Thank you, sir.
I'd say AV companies. AV is going to be IT of today in the next 3 years. So I think precisely, I think it was all a very, very structured approach by companies like Intel when the IT emerged. Enabling, empowering partners across the country, region-wise, to see that they encash on every opportunity. First, identify the opportunities. Of course, we are talking about opportunities immense. Then I think it's infinity. That's kind of opportunity our country can give when it comes to the Pro AV space in every geography. So, having said that, it's time that AV companies work along with the IT members across the country. As our president said, we're talking about 40,000 partners, and that kind of membership, nobody can immediately have it on the platter. And to enable, identify, and have a clear collaboration with the FAIITA members across and enable them and empower them, they will be right at the space to encash every opportunity. And that is what I think AV companies should be focusing on.